What's up everybody, it's Kenji Mary here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we're gonna be reviewing the palette that literally came out a few days ago. I just got it in the mail today and I was like, I have to do it. So let me present to you the MORPHE X Nikita eyeshadow palette. We're gonna be putting this baby to the test and I'm gonna be showing you how I did this beautiful eye makeup look using this palette. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So here's the palette. That is the main general packaging that it comes with. And on the back you have a really cute message and also the little details of the packaging, like I absolutely love it. And here is the actual palette. The packaging is literally everything. I love it. I've never seen a Morphe palette with such packaging. Have you seen anything like this before? So when you open up the palette, we have mattes, shimmers, and glitters. I see some spark glitter here. It's called Matrix, and we're going to be definitely using it today because this shade really intrigued me. It looks really pretty on a pan. I haven't swatched anything yet just because I want to try on it on the lid first, because like I said, and I'm always saying on my beauty tutorials, swatches are not really expressing and mirroring the real potential of every eyeshadow, so that's why I'm not doing really swatches. So my first impression of this palette, what I really like about it is that it's color orientated, and as someone who likes perfectionism and as someone who's very organized, I don't like it when there are like eyeshadows all over the place. And I've seen a lot of people like rearranging their palettes, and that is actually brilliant because there are a lot of palettes that I have that are literally pissing me off, like why it is not color coordinated, like what the heck. So let me be honest with you, I am not a huge fan of like pressed metallics. I always say that, but I'm just not, and I'm not using dark colors on my lid. I'm always using lighter ones. So I'm not really sure about the Game Over, Azola, Mystique, and Peacock and Eugene, however you pronounce it. I'm not really sure about these colors. I'm not sure how I'm gonna use them to like make them work out, but we will find out soon. So without further ado, let's dive into the palette. So I already put the tapes on, and for my base today I'm going to be using the P. Louise base in the shade River Zero, which is pure white, and I really want these colors to pop. That's why I'm going to use it to see their full potential. So I'm just going to blend it out very nicely using a brush. So the first color that we're going to be using today is called Nikita, and it's this really pretty vibrant pink. So let's see how it's going to look like on the lid. I'm going to be applying it to a crease and a little bit above that. Okay, so the pigmentation is definitely there. Let's see how it's going to blend out. There's like a little bit of fallout on the pan, as you can see, but it's just normal with Morphe palettes. Every Morphe palette that I have does that, so it's not really tragic. Okay, so the next shade we're going to be using is called Sakura. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry if I did it wrong, but let's see if it's really pretty on the lid as well. Okay, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but in person it really made a transition between these two colors, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, if the colors and the palette would be shitty, I would have just told you, but it's, so far, I'm really impressed by the quality. And what I've noticed is that in general, Morphe palettes, like Morphe are not that great. Like, I'm not a huge fan of them. However, every collaboration, like let's just say James Charles palette or Jaclyn Hill palette, like, they are amazing. So every collab Morphe has with influencers, celebrities, like, it really shows the quality and true potential. That's why they're always more expensive than the normal ones, and I get that totally. So the next shade we're gonna get will be ABG, and it's this really light purplish color, and we're gonna build up the deepness for the eyes. I don't know if it's because I put it like on top of another shade, but I can't see much of it. Like, it looks pretty on a pen, that's for sure. Maybe if I used it like alone, like I can see it a little bit. It's not too much. Like, it's definitely there, but it's not like you can see it clearly. So next shade we're going to be using is called Mama Dragon, and it's this really deep purplish color. So I'm going to be applying this shade on my crease and in my outer corner of my eye, creating this little V shape. Do you know what I like about the color that we used for transition right here, called Sakura? You can use it alone, just like that, for a very natural daily look. And also you can use it for crazy looks like this one for transitions. So it's not only for transitions, but you can also use it for daily life, and I think it's amazing. So right now we're going to be using the color, and shall I say pressed glitter, that I've been excited for the most. It's called Matrix, and I am really shocked. I don't know how to really apply it, and I think the best way to do it is to use the NYX glitter primer, just to make sure that everything stays in place. And just because I have very long nails, I am not going to be using my fingers to do it. I'm going to be using a brush, so we're going to put it out to the test if you can use a brush with it or not. I hope so, because I'm not trying to stop myself. So what I'm doing is, like, I have this teeny tiny little bit of glitter primer. I'm just going to take a little bit of it and apply it in the shape of like half cut crease. So it's like, instead of like using concealer, I don't want this makeup look to have too many layers. That's why I'm doing it. It's just a little life hack. Like, if you're too lazy like me and you don't want to use concealer to cut your crease, just use a glitter primer and, you know, do your thing. So I'm done with the glitter finally, and I found out a really cool technique, and my first one didn't really work in this eye, but then I used the new one on this eye. So basically what I did, I dipped my brush into the primer, the glitter primer, and then with this same side I dipped the brush into the palette to the glitter straight ahead, and then put it like straight up to my eyelid, and it really worked wonders because it stick perfectly, and now the glitter is everywhere. So right now what I'm thinking about doing is putting this really dark shade in the outer corner of my eyes, just to make it a little bit darker and a little bit more defined. But the only darker shade besides the Mama Dragon is the black one. So it's quite risky, but we're gonna take the risk and we're gonna see where it goes, honey. I think I'm gonna mix it with the Mama Dragon, so it's not like that, like deep black. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of it in the shape V in my outer corner of my eye. So I think that's it for the eyes. I mean the top eyes. I'm gonna get to the bottom in a second. Okay, I'm gonna clean up a little bit and do my concealer and get back to you in a second. Okay, so I'm done with concealer, and now for my lower lash line. I think I'm gonna be using fast the shade Shigo. Shigo? That's how you pronounce it? I'm so sorry. And just to like mix it up with this side, I'm gonna use a little bit of Mama Dragon and put it like right next to it. So with the green shade, it looks really neon, really vibrant on the pen. But on the eyes, not so much. Maybe if I put it like on top of the white base that I used before, it would pop up somehow. I don't know, I have to try it out. But on my lower lash line, where I just have my concealer in the shade of my skin, well, a little bit lighter, it's just not popping up. It's there, but it's very dark. And then to finish off, right below every shade, I'm going to be using BB Boy, which is this really pretty pastel blue. And I hope it's going to work out. So yeah, I think that's it for the eye makeup. I'm going to do my face makeup real quick off the camera. And just for your information, I'm not going to be using foundation because I don't want to break out and struggle with it for another month. Like, my skin is finally in good condition, so I'm not going to risk it. So yeah, I will see you guys in a bit with my final thoughts about this palette and just, you know, sum up all the information we have. Alright, so that is the final look. Okay, to sum up, do I recommend this palette? Yes, I do. How do I rate this palette? I would say 7, 8 out of 10. Just because when I look at it, there are a lot of like dark metallic shades, and I cannot possibly think, for myself at least, that I could make them work somehow for like the looks that I'm doing. Because usually when I buy the palettes and they have very dark metallic shades, I'm never using them. So I think this palette should have a little bit more, you know, pressed glitters. Because like this glitter is amazing, and like all the reflective, like kind of wet look shades, you know what I mean, like this very like pressed glittery things like toppers, like all that kind of crazy stuff. Because like metallics are very, very overrated. Like, we have metallics everywhere. So I was thinking maybe this palette is gonna be something different, but with all the Morphe palettes, you know, like metallics are always there. And like even with different brands, like there's always some kind of metallic palette, like metallic shades. And I think it's just boring, you know, like all over again the same topic. Like, come on now, we are over with metallics. There are a lot of them on the market already, and especially the dark ones. They're so overwhelming, for me at least. So yeah, I think this palette should have a little bit more of like sparkles and like toppers to make your lid look like, give your lid this wet look, if that makes sense. Pressed glitter, amazing. Mattes, amazing. But like I said, if you're just starting off with makeup, this palette could be your go-to, just because you can create any kind of makeup you want with this palette. You know, like totally neutral, very natural, very like everyday looking, even bridal, I would say. And then you just like, once you go deep down, you get like all the craziness going on. So you can create something very elegant yet sophisticated and classy. But at the same time, you can do a little bit of like pop of color at the same time. Or you can look like a fucking peacock or a parrot like I do right now. So it depends what you're looking for. And also, the size of this palette is not really big. So you can get it with you on vacation when you travel a lot, you know, like just pop it up into your luggage and that's it. The packaging literally stole my heart. I've never seen anything like it on Morphe.com before. Not any other artist did this like amazing packaging. Not even Jeffree Star and Morphe Cosmetics. Like, their packaging is nothing compared to Nikita. She literally stole the fucking crown. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you're not gonna miss out on anything, and also comment down below what do you think about this palette, if you like it or if you hate it, and what do you think about the color schemes, what do you think, you know, about metallics in the palette. Do you like them, do you hate them? Because personally I don't like them, but that's just me. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.